You can tell. Hey, shout out to Ghost. Shout out to Ghost from the West Coast that be doing this potting thing. We just talking about you, brother. Keep doing your thing, brother. If you see this, shout out to Ghost from the West Side out there in Cali. Um, oh yeah, he do. Yeah, Ghost. I don't know where that man live at. Shout out to Ghost though, man. You know what I'm talking about, Ghost. But chat. I'm sorry about that last video, chat. I had rushed it. I started to come over and do it again, but it's a part two to this video. Luckily, it's a part two, so I really want to see what this man got to say. It's about 40 minutes long. I ain't hear it yet, but I'm about to see what this man got to say. You know, we used to do straight raw reactions. I'm sorry, chat. I ain't gonna let nobody else distract me. We locked in. I promise you, we locked in. Look, phone off, chat. I might go in airplane mode. We locked in, okay? Let's get to work. Let's get to work, chat. Part two of what this man talking about. Let's see what's going on. Part two. Huh? I want to see what kind of backlash he got, Chad. That's probably why he did a part two, because he probably got major backlash. But like I said before, I want to know how y'all feel about part one. Do y'all feel like this man is wrong? You know, came into the woman life, took care of her and the kids. He said it was 10 years. Now she's graduated, put her through middle school, high school, and college. Said she ain't got no job, bought her a car, paid for her college tuition, paid for her wedding. The girl said, I want my real father to walk me down the aisle. How would you feel if you was a stepfather about this situation? Is he wrong? Should he suck it up and let the father walk down the aisle and still pay for the wedding? Or should he just call off the wedding and let them pay for their own wedding and go to the courthouse somewhere? How do y'all feel about this? Me? I ain't gonna give y'all my opinion. I ain't going for it. It's too. I ain't going for it. If I got to be if I'm playing the stepdaddy role, it's gonna be two emotions with me. Cause I fuck with the kids hard. When I fuck with the kids hard. No homo, whatever. I love the kids hard. Like we ain't got them. So when I get emotionally invested and she do some stuff, I'm like, damn. I'm gonna talk to her like she's my daughter. You gotta be fucked up. Ooh. I'm gonna be all messed up. I can't play the stepdaddy role. Cause I'm gonna be goddamn, then me and the real daddy gonna be goddamn getting into it. It's word up. I'm like, girl, how the hell you do me? I'm gonna be trying to converse her, trying to, like, man, then it's gonna start looking desperate. I'm gonna start buying you stuff. Like, I wanna be the, you know what I'm saying? I wanna be the one walk you down the aisle. Nah, man. How y'all feel about this though? Let's see what else he got to say. Let's see what else he got to say. Mm-mm.
Education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because she didn't fight for that. And I guess that's just what the settlement was. And he only around to make promises. I do that for you, I do this for you, and then take off. And then she'd be heartbroken. But she adores her father, right? So, like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they can have it in my home. The wedding venue can hold about 250 people.
The wedding venue, you hear me? So what he say though that he made the toast to? Hold on, we're gonna get to that.
People, right?
We're gonna get to that.
Now I said, hey, I got a list of 20 people that I want to come to the wedding. I'm paying for this at my house. I want these 20 people to come. Do y'all know Saturday, I see one of my friends at the golf course, right? He's supposed to come to the wedding. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna see you at the wedding, right? He
My man's playing golf and all. Okay
said, I only got an announcement. I didn't get an invite. I'm like, nah. I let my girlfriend and stepdaughter know to send out the invitations on these few people, and you're supposed to get an invite. He said, I got something, but it was an announcement. So we walked to his car because I want to check, right?
then.
And sure enough, it was an announcement. So I went and talked to my girlfriend and said, did you invite those 20 people to the wedding that I told you about? Man, she didn't invite none of them. She said 250 people is a little tight, and I don't think we can get your 20 people in there. Man, I was pissed.
Chad, ultimate disrespect. Ultimate disrespect. But there's more, Chad. There's more.
And the people that were supposed to come, they pissed as well. Then she's gonna say if any of the people that we already invited don't RSVP, then we'll get some of your people in here. I'm like, what? Man, that's crazy, man. Don't even worry about it, man. I'll just be mad. All right. So now, the crazy part about it is when I check the invitations, they don't even have my name on them. They have her real daddy and her on the invitation that I paid for. I paid for these invitations. How you got a real daddy on there, her mama on there?
God damn. God damn. Damn, Chad. Damn.
Cool. Couple days later, I'm hosting the venue at my house, hosting the wedding family at my house. Okay, it's me, stepdaughter, girlfriend, groom, and their parents. Right, trying to help everybody get real acquainted. Then a surprise guest shows up, my stepdaughter's real daddy, and I'm like, you know what? Cool. He probably just coming to the wedding, right?
Look.
But tell me why my stepdaughter proceeds to stand up and announce that her real daddy is giving her away at the wedding. What? The wedding that I'm paying for?
This is a sticky situation, chat. This is a sticky situation, buddy. I don't know what to say, chat. How do y'all feel about this situation? Like, for my fathers, my stepdaddies out there, what y'all, for the stepfathers out there, how y'all feel about this? Would y'all take the wedding back, make them go to the courthouse, or, provide their own type of wedding? Or y'all gonna suck it up and just pay for it? And this ain't his wife. This is not his wife. He said his girlfriend. I don't know what he's about to say yet. Straight raw reaction. He probably gonna be like, ever since the situation or some shit, I probably got up out of there. I hope he say that. I hope he don't be no simp. And be like, well, guys, I came back and I did pay for it. Well. And if he say that, then oh well. But he know he ain't getting no respect in this family.
In my house, the daddy don't do nothing for you. It's giving you away. Oh, and they were just so happy and smiling. Oh, yay.
Your daddy Ben gave your ass away.
Great. Inside, I was fuming. Inside, I wanted to cry or punch somebody. Probably wanted to do both, honestly. So I took that time to stand up and give a toast as well. I said, I owe the groom and the bride a deep debt of gratitude because they have opened my eyes tonight. Oh, everybody at the table was just smiling. They have let me know that my position in this family is not what I thought it was.
What is it?
Oh, you should have saw the frowns, man. Now they mad. It done got serious. I let them know I am not the godfather or, the head of the family that I thought I was, the loved one that would be seeked out in times of need. Nah. I realized I'm an ATM. Yeah.
You would seek that at times of need.
So.
You would seek that at times of need, my brother.
Since I have been replaced as host of the wedding, I shall be giving my financial duties to the new host. And I will back out monetarily. Yeah.
Chad, we need to give him a round of applause just for that statement right there, Chad. Just for that right there, Chad. We gotta give him a round of applause for that right there. Mm-mm-mm. Good job, brother.
Yep. Now, after the announcement, a whole lot of snickering was going on around the table, right? A lot of mumbling, but they didn't say anything to me. Nobody addressed me now. Now, later that night, tell me why my girlfriend gonna come to me talking about how I'm ruining so much, how I'm ruining so much for backing out, and how her daughter ain't gonna have her dream wedding, and how her daughter ain't this and that. Okay, well, it's apparent that I'm not family in this family, so the family should take care of it, right? That's my stepdaughter. I mean, it ain't even my stepdaughter, really. It's my girlfriend. I just happen to be around her for the last 10 years. But tell me why the next.
Damn, he disowned his stepdaughter title. He said, "Ain't even my stepdaughter though." See, I just down her, around her for the last 10 years. God damn, that man's fed up, Chad. He's fed up.
Day, my girlfriend trying to show me how much I'm ruined, right? She takes me to where they planning the wedding, and the wedding planner showed me, all the things they got going down, everything they got set up.
His girlfriend takes him to show him how much he has ruined, but you can't see how much he's doing. You see how much he's ruining, but you don't see how much my man's doing. Proceed.
I look at the venue. They got some father-daughter dances, right? 3 songs. All of them cater to her real dad, not me. I looked at the food they got. 2 of the dishes got stuff I'm allergic to in it.
What?
I just started laughing.
No. Nah, Chad. Forgot about that one.
All of them cater to her real dad, not me. I looked at the food they got. 2 of the dishes got stuff I'm allergic to in it. I just started laughing.
Bruh. Chad, come on, Chad. Chad, come on now. Yo stepdaughter.
It's 10:49 p.m.
I ain't asked all that there. Your stepdaughter and her mother, which is your girlfriend, could be your future wife. How long you been with them? Damn, you with them 10 years? That ain't your wife? Anyway, side the point. I'm glad you didn't make that move though. But they don't know what he allergic to, or you know what I'm saying? They just gonna put that in the dish still. Unless this man is allergic to goddamn chicken or some no. At the end of the day, that man is allergic to it. They don't need to be on the menu. Period. Chat. I don't give a fuck if it's poultry. God damn it, everybody eat. Oh yeah, woo, no. But it probably was some shrimp on ice. You know what I'm saying? Some shrimp shit. Chad, but still disrespectful, man. Still disrespectful. That's disrespectful. How you gonna put something on the damn? They feel like, well, shit. But and he paid for this. Remember now, he paying for this. So don't put 2 items that I'm allergic to on the menu. And you know the menu probably on the whole 8, about 6 different dishes or whatever. You got 6 different dishes. Now you only can eat 4.
Well, that's what the daughter wanted though.
The daughter what? See, she probably could have got that if I was walking down the aisle. You know what I'm saying? This is like top. This is on top of it. This is like top of the cherry. And you know what I'm saying? Chad, you feel me? Like, you might have would have got your shrimp or whatever other dish that I'm allergic to if I was walking down the aisle with you. I'd have been like, yeah, okay, I ain't gonna eat it anyway. You know, I ain't gonna eat that. Or eat the other stuff on the tray. But, bitch, I'm not walking down the aisle with you that I paid for. I'm not goddamn. What'd he say? What else? You the goddamn got some bullshit I don't eat that I pay that I had to pay for.
Songs catered to the day.
Songs catered to the day that I gotta pay for. The place is in my house. The rent in your having is in my house that I paid for and raised you up in the last 10 years. It's like, girl math don't be mathing. This don't make no sense. I believe that daddy was even like, me? Hold on, me? Shit, okay. Oh, bro. Oh yeah, chat. You know this is a raw reaction now, so I ain't even know what this nigga about to say. But what if he say this, bro? What if he say, yeah, I proceed to let him have the wedding. The daddy didn't even show up. Woo! Goddamn, chat. Oh, plot twist. Goddamn, chat.
Press play.
Press play, right, chat? Press play. What if they say?
He did say. He said Dad, I'm gonna come around and give promises and leave.
I know.
And she be heartbroken.
I doubt that's what's gonna happen. But chat, what if this nigga about to tell us, okay, yeah. What if he did? What if he didn't pay? He's like, yeah, I ain't pay. I made him have a little courthouse wedding, or that's all, whatever wedding they could afford. But guess what happened, y'all? The daddy never showed up. I'm gonna be like, damn. I'm gonna feel bad. I'm like, God damn, chat. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened.
They want me to pay for this. His name on it, not mine. His songs, not mine. The food, I can't eat the food. And the 20 people out of 250 that I wanted, they can't even come in my house.
He's like, he rated.
Wow.
He's just over here.
Okay. It's wild, man. So I went on ahead and let her know I will not be there, and neither will my money. Yeah. And they would no longer be at my house either. And you would no longer be at my house.
And he kicked y'all out? Oh, my dog. What fish is that? Damn, he cold. He cold. He cold. I was at, I had to goddamn pull up. He cold. Hold up. It's a long video, man. We got to get to the point. Hold up. I was going to pull him up now. He cold. God.
Or your daughter. Because, yeah, I'm not family. I'm not even important enough to be put up on the brochure. It's crazy, man. Yeah. So I let her know that I'm not paying for it, and you and your daughter can get out of my house because apparently we're not a family.
Damn.
Yeah, we just two people stand up in this house, and I'm an ATM. Have fun at the wedding, man. Rise and shine, beautiful souls.
Okay.
Now, normally I just play it back, but this time I want to use some tact and some sensitivity before addressing this because he has done so much for this child, and I know the child is better off because of him, being that the father is not fulfilling his parental obligation.
Why is he talking in third person? Ain't this the same nigga? He talking in third person. Like he's something for the child who, listen.
Obligations. I see this often in these dynamics. The actual parent and the step parent can believe that because the step parent has been there for the child, spending time with them, spending resources on them, invested in that child, they will start to believe that that step parent has became the real parent. And then the actual real parent that's on the outside of the home, they get punished for their lack of being there for the child, their lack of providing resources, their lack of effort. And I just want you guys to understand that is not the right mentality to have, because to your child, their actual parent is always going to be their actual parent. All right. So I got a couple of rules here, roles that I want to give you guys. Often whenever you're fathering a child or mothering a child, you're the step parent, you don't know what your role is. So you'll try to assume many, and many of the things you do, sometimes you can get emotionally invested in it and literally try to assume the role of their actual father or mother. So
this nigga about to give us a lesson, chat. I don't even know what's going on. I know the lesson. Just don't get involved with no goddamn baby mamas. No single.
It's going to be a rude awakening, but it's some things I want you guys to look at before I even replay this video back, so y'all can kind of get this standard. And then whenever we play the video, you can see where my thinking is coming from, right? So if you ever in a situation where you are a step parent and you're wondering, what is my role? What is my duty to this child? I'm not their real father, and I want to be part of, I want to be treated as if they're real father if I'm going to provide, right? Well, know this understanding before you go into a relationship where you are stepfathering or step parenting a child, okay? Number one rule, Now I want to go through what is not your role first, and then we'll get to what is your role. So number one, your role is not to replace anyone. Not to replace anyone. Please understand that because the relationship didn't work out between that mother and that biological father, you don't have to come in there and replace the biological father, for you are not their father. Do you understand? Your role is not the disciplinarian. And I'm going to elaborate that on that because you'll take part in that, but you are not the main person to discipline this child. Okay. Number three, your role is not to provide for the child. Now, I mean, in part, it is.
He said not to provide for the child. He said, I mean, in part, it is.
No, he said no. He said he provide for not the discipline part.
Yeah.
Well, that's not your part.
Yeah, no, he said it, but right now he just said do not provide for him. And then he said in part it is. He about to finish it. But that right there, mama gonna be like, man, fuck this shit. I'm telling you, but hold on. Listen.
But your role is not that.
Oh, he said, but your role is
Child, okay? Number three, your role is not to provide for the child. Now, I mean, in part it is, but your role is not that. Please understand that, okay? Your role is not to.
We understand that. Tell them to understand that. we
talking about as far as like say school coming up out there. I don't know. You ain't gotta get no shoes, no clothes, and all like that.
Yeah, we understand. We don't gotta do that. But as men, we do that. You, my brother, need to tell them to the girl. Tell that to the girls.
Make up for lost time, regardless of how much time that child has missed with their parent, their real parent, the traumas they have gone through. You are not there to fix it. You cannot repair that. You can only be the best that you can be for that child. All right. Number five, you are not the authority over the child. You are not the authoritarian over that child. Please understand that. I know you're wondering, okay, then where's my value going to come from? Okay, I can take care of the child, but I can't be the authoritarian over it. How can I, protect and invest in a child if I can't be the authority figure? Well, here's what your roles actually are. All right. Number one, your role is to take part in all roles, being there where you can, but not assuming the role. Do you understand? You are a step parent. Step. We have to understand this. The biological father has a responsibility. If he is not fulfilling those responsibilities, if you can, as a stepfather, take part in that role of helping the mother to fulfill that responsibility, but you are not there to be the sole provider, authoritarian, disciplinarian for a child that does not belong to you biologically. Please understand that. Number two, your role is to build a relationship with the child, not to just come in being even a partial authoritarian. You got to think about the child, okay? They already don't have the actual parent, whether that be the mother or the father, and you would be asking the child to just listen to this person because they're with you. You don't want to mess your child up like that. You want the child to build a relationship with this person, this individual, so they can trust the individual, know that this individual is trying to protect them. You understand? They'll be more apt to perform for him or respond to him instead of just like, this is going to be your stepdad. You got to listen to what he say. Do you understand? That's too big of a burden to put on the stepfather and the child, being that stepfather will now be responsible for that child and everything he tells them. If it goes the wrong way and he is not the actual father of that child, as the mother, I'm sure she's not going to take that well. All right. So let her be the primary authoritarian or disciplinarian. You be the person there to help fulfill those roles. It's not your child. All right. Your role is to understand your authority. How do you do this? You get with the mother. You find out she has a son. You ask her, is the father taking part in his life at all? If she says no, you know you have quite a plate here, right? So now you need to get with her and find out what does she need, what would be helpful, because that's really the ultimate goal as a husband to a woman who has a child, is to be as much help.
That's real shit though. Sit down and be like, it's like, so what is your son doing? Like, if you're saying, you telling me that your baby father is not in your life and in your lives. Is there anything going on with your son? Like, you got any behavior problems, woo, or saying no? She like, yeah, he got a little klepto problem, or he like to smoke weed, woo. So how you want to go about this discipline with this? She gonna be like, you gonna let him leave, or you gonna goddamn? That's how I think somebody should go about it. But you still ain't gonna get the full discipline like you say, but That's a good way to go about it.
To improve the situation as much as you possibly can. You understand? All right, so your role is to set appropriate boundaries once you find out the basis of your authority. So, based on what she allows you to be able to do with that child, set appropriate boundaries. Do you understand? Your role is to set a positive example above all. That's your number one role. Set a positive example. You're not going to be able to directly go discipline this child, so set the example, family. Be the person that they never had in their life, not by replacing somebody, but by being that listening ear, by providing advice that they can't get anywhere else, by offering support. You understand? But know that in all that you give, you are not their father. So don't think that that's going to help you assume some type of authority role. Don't do it.
Chad, I'm waiting for this nigga to tell us did he really cancel the wedding or not now. I'm trying to get through this video. It's 40 minutes long. We only 12 minutes in. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Hold on now. Hold on. I want to know if he kept his word.
You're only going to end up with your heart hurt. All right, now, with that being said, let's run it back. Am I the a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's going to walk her down the aisle? Unfortunately, yes. Beautiful person for paying for the wedding, but you are wrong for withdrawing because she won't let you walk her down the aisle.
His ass done went back and was like, man, I gotta do it. He went back, I gotta do a bill, fix this shit. I told you you're gonna get major backlash about this shit, man. And like, I know he went back and fixed it. Like, man, fuck this shit. I'm doing the do's and the don'ts. I like this. I like this video, chat. This is a good one. This is good.
Just because you're footing the bill does not mean you get to control it. Remember, It is her wedding. So if she wants her father to walk her down the aisle, regardless of how he hasn't been there or whatever faults you can find in him, right. She should have that because that is her.
You're right, bro. It's her wedding.
That's why
on the menu. And that's why I'm not paying for it. Us too. That's crazy.
Real father. If you're truly doing this with a kind heart, you wouldn't mind sitting to the side and watching her walk down with her father and clapping for that. At least he'll be there for that. If he's been doing broken promises, hopefully he shows up and truly walks his daughter down so he can make some great memories with her this time. But hey, if that's what she wants and you already willing to pay for it, I would not pull my funds back because I cannot be the person walking her down the aisle. Now, this is before the spell is spoken because he asked a simple question here. And it would simply be, yes, unfortunately, you would be wrong. But now he's going to give all of his reasonings. Now we'll all get invested emotionally into the reasonings and then it'll kind of, shift our thinking. But the logic is simply, you are not here to replace anyone. Rule number one. Let's continue. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter, all right? She wants her real daddy to walk her down the aisle. Now let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter. She just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now, I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school. I bought her a car. She still lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Now, she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, that's all her mother been talking about doing, being occupied with. All right, so it's great, absolutely amazing that he footed the bill for her college. That is awesome. And he bought her a car too. Great man you have here. But even in doing that, you are still not the father. You are here to take part in all roles. Now, if you have taken part in the finances, the resources, then that's a beautiful thing, but you don't have to do that. Now, that's why I say know your authority. Know the situation that woman is in, if the father is in the life or not, how much he's contributing to the child.
Yeah, I know, because he's the father. The father supposed to play for the wedding, so he ain't act.
I'm talking about him. He probably came out and said he'd play for it.
Yeah, because he thinking he the real, like, not thinking the real father, but that he playing the father role, and the other one won't never into doing shit. So the father is supposed to pay for the wedding. So he thinking that he like shit. Now he thinking like, who am I to walk down the aisle? Nope.
Jamie,
yep. I want my real daddy to do it. Yeah, it hurts, but at the end of the day, it's about what she wants, chat, I guess. You know me, yo. What you talking about? All right. No deal, goddamn
Sleep.
what? I've been mad.
Sleep.
I've been mad, Chad.
Into the family, and then you know what you have to do from there. If you're willing to go into the family, being the resource for the child, just that's fine. You can do that. No, they're not going to stop you from doing that, but just you can't. You're still not replacing anyone, and so that's what I'm saying. If even though he's done those things for the child, that's beautiful. It has nothing to do with walking her down the aisle. Now, easily, after having done that much for a child, it's easy to get your emotions tied up in it and believe that you're owed something, so to speak. But that's not doing it from a truly kind heart. If you paid for her school, it was so she could have a better life. If you bought her a car, it was so she could have transportation.
And he is absolutely right, Chad. He's absolutely right. It ain't going. I guess it don't generally come from the heart. But we two different people. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna be hurt.
To school, just like he said. So let's not try and make that mean that she has to do something for you in the future if you did this with a loving heart, man. All right? Let's stay pure. Let's occupied with, they consume most of their time. Now, her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her. Not her education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because, you know, she didn't fight for that. And I guess that's just what the settlement was. And, well, she probably should have, but it's his fault because he's not taking care of his child. So if she doesn't take him to court for child support, it's still on him if he is not taking care of his child. It's not her fault if he's not doing his responsibilities. You understand? But let's continue. And he only around to make promises. I do that for you. I do this for you, and then take off. And then she'd be heartbroken. But she adores her father, right? So, see, even though the father breaks promises, she still adores her father and wants every opportunity to be around her father and make memories with her father. And you should respect that and encourage that. You understand? You should actually encourage that.
And that's why bruh was saying on the thing, he was like, I can't say nothing about that man's seed. Like, the girl can't say nothing about her father. Like, bitch, I can't say nothing about that. That's her father, and that's his seed. Like, you can't say nothing about that shit.
Because that's her biological father. Yes. The fact that he breaks promises does not remove him from being her biological father. Yep. And you can see that it doesn't because she still loves him. Yep. You can't live in that. You cannot live in that. That's why I say you cannot assume authority over the child. You can't start making decisions for them. You might feel like, I wish she'd just give up on him, turn away from him. He keeps breaking her heart and making broken promises. Man, you could offer advice, and it should never be to walk away from their father. It should be to offer support while they're going through this thing. If he can't be there, maybe you can show up. If he can't do it, maybe you can do it. Again, help out where you can when parenting this child. It takes a village, so learn your role and then operate in that role effectively. You understand? But don't think that the things that you do for this child is going to somehow give you ownership or rights to this child. It is not your baby. Let's continue. Like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they can have it in my home. The wedding venue can hold about 250 people, right? Now I said, hey, I got a list of 20 people that I want to come to the wedding. I'm paying for this at my house.
He gonna probably say, Chat, he gonna probably be like, again, it's not about me.
I want these 20 people to come. It'd be better if he just asked if he could invite the 20 people or tell her that the place holds about 230 people so he can invite his 20 people. Yeah. But not, since I'm paying for it, let me have 20 people come to your wedding. Do y'all know Saturday, I see one of my friends at the golf course, right? He's supposed to come to the wedding. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna see you at the wedding, right? He said, I only got an announcement. I didn't get an invite. I'm like, nah. I'll let my girlfriend and stepdaughter know to send out the invitations on these few people, and you're supposed to get an invite.
What the fuck is an announcement, though? Maybe just announcing they're getting married? Why would the fuck would you send me an announcement? You know why, though?
That is the invite, pretty much.
No, it ain't. He said it ain't. And she said, and he asked her, and she said no, because, you know, because it might have too many people. But I know why. Announcement, I know the difference between announcement and invite. They send the announcements out to the community to let you know, bitch, you ain't fucking my nigga no more. That's what it is. You can't fuck my nigga no more. You can't fuck my bitch no more. That's what it is. That's what the announcement is. I'm getting married. I'm off limits.
It's the kid though.
Huh?
It's the kid though.
She's still off limits. She's a grown woman. She's getting married. She's out. Whatever. She's a grown woman. She's getting married. He put her through high school, put her through college. Now she want to get married. We talking about a grown woman, but at the end of the day, still, that's what now we talking about the invitation. Because you said it's an invitation and it's an announcement letter. I ain't get no invitation letter. I only got an announcement letter. So you nigga, they got an announcement letter. You must have been doing something. They letting your ass, and you ain't invited. They letting your ass know, nigga, she's off limits or whatever. Nigga, that's what I feel like. Announcement letter. We getting married. I'm off limits, y'all. Or he's off limits.
He said, I got something, but it was an announcement. So we walked to his car because I want to check, right? And sure enough, it was an announcement. So I went and talked to my girlfriend and said, did you invite those 20 people to the wedding that I told you about? Man, she didn't invite none of them. She said 250 people was a little tight. And I don't think we can get your... If they're going to say they're going to have 20 people come to the wedding and tell him that, then they should have done that. That's wrong to send them an announcement and not an invite. That's absolutely wrong. But I don't think he should have told them, the guy in the business either, the one he wanted to come to the wedding. If he's telling him the business, that's going to be the reason that they're upset. Now they're caught up in a family matter. If I were him, upon learning that they only got an invite, I got an announcement instead of an invite, I would have just said, maybe that's a typo. I'll check on it. And I wouldn't tell them that I told them this and they should have done it this way and get them emotionally caught up in it. Instead, just go back and talk to the mother and your daughter and try and see if you can get those 20 people to come. But if I was you, I'd just do it with a pure heart. But I would say, don't tell me you're going to do something if you're not going to do it. If you felt like I was wrong for asking, you should have said that then, But I don't know why it means so much to him for those 20 people to come to her wedding. But again, it's her wedding. Let's continue. 50 people was a little tight, and I don't think we can get your 20 people in there. Man, I was pissed. And the people that were supposed to come, they pissed as well. Then she's going to say if any other people that we already invited don't RSVP, then we'll get some of your people in here. I'm like, what? Say 20 people don't RSVP. Now those people that wanted to come to the wedding that got announcements that he told about it are pissed. So now let's say they get to come to the wedding. You think they're going to be looking real pleased to be there? You think there'll be any animosity there? Mm-hmm. Probably, right? So why risk ruining her wedding, right? Let's go. Man, that's crazy, man. Don't even worry about it, man. I'll just be mad. All right? So now, the crazy part about it is, when I check the invitations, they don't even have my name on them. They have her real daddy and her on the invitation that I paid for. I paid for these invitations. How you got a real daddy on there, her mama on there?
Shit.
He should have said all that when he said he was going to pay for the wedding. I want my name on the invitations. I want the food to be the food I like. I want the songs to be the songs I like. I want to walk you down the aisle. He should have said all that because his expectations are being let down and he's upset about it when it doesn't go his way. And so that's what's leading to his negative emotions and his negative outlook. Well, let's continue. Cool. Couple days later, I'm hosting the venue at my house, hosting the wedding family at my house, okay? It's me, stepdaughter, girlfriend, groom, and their parents, right? Trying to help everybody get real acquainted. Then a surprise guest shows up, my stepdaughter's real daddy. And I'm like, you know what? Cool. He probably just coming to the wedding, right? But tell me why my stepdaughter proceeds to stand up and announce that her real daddy is giving her away at the wedding. What? The wedding that I'm paying for, in my house? The daddy don't do nothing for you? It's giving you away? And they were just so happy and smiling. Yay, great. Now look, for them to stand up and do an announcement that he's not going to be that the real daddy's walking down the aisle, I think that's a little cold. They should have pulled him to the side and told him that she's going to have the real father to walk her down the aisle, sort of like keep him in the loop with the plans. I mean, maybe he could have helped out with this wedding and not just expected them to get everything that he wanted right. But I mean, I don't think this is something they agreed upon to have him walking down the aisle, and I can understand the letdown, especially if you believe that she's going to ask you because you've done so much for her. That expectation being let down is going to hurt. Shouldn't cause you to be angry though and cause resentment towards you. And listen to him right here at the end. He's like, they're over there all happy. and he's being kind of like, he doesn't like that. And I want you guys to understand, not that he is evil, but you got to think about it. She's happy with her father walking her down the aisle, and he's over there upset. Yo, that's gotta be bad, because that's not what's best for the daughter, his stepdaughter. If he had it the way he wanted it, her heart would be broken. That can't be right, y'all. But let's continue. Inside, I was fuming. Inside, I wanted to cry or punch somebody. Probably wanted to do both, honestly. So I took that time to stand up and give a toast as well. I said, you know, I owe the groom and the bride a deep debt of gratitude because they have opened my eyes tonight. Oh, everybody at the table was just smiling. They have let me know that my position in this family is not what I thought it was. Oh, you should have saw the frowns, man. Now they mad. It done got serious. I let them know I am not the godfather or, the head of the family that I thought I was. See, because you didn't walk her down the aisle, now the position in the family is in question. Brother, you paid for her college 40 grand. You bought her a car. You're there for her. You support her. Man, your position is solidified. It's just not her real father. You want it all. Listen, when you meet a woman, you don't meet the child first and want to be the child's father, so you go be the woman's husband by default. Right. You love the woman. You're going to be the child's father by default.
You're right. I'm tripping, Chad. I know. I'm tripping, Chad. I know. I don't give a fuck. Nah, I'm tripping. I'm playing, Chad. I'm playing. But he right, though, man. I'm glad he came back and did like a little apologize video, though, because he was bugging. He was sounding selfish and all that good stuff y'all like to hear. Like I said, no.
Father by default. If you go and adopt a child, then okay, then you are the disciplinarian. You are replacing the mother or father. You are the authoritarian. But when you are a stepfather, that means you love the person, and by default, you're going to help raise the child. It's not your child. Yo, you're doing too much. And now your heart's broken because now you're questioning your position in your family, all because you thought your role was the actual father. You thought if you paid for the wedding, she wants you to walk her down the aisle. Actually, the father should be paying for the wedding. See, you've already usurped that authority, and you believe that it comes with it all. Regardless of all those roles that is not your role that I said in the beginning, know this. If you assume any of those roles, it does not mean that you assume taking somebody's place. Please understand that even if you say, okay, she says you can be the disciplinarian. Cool. You can be the authoritarian. Cool. You can be the
There's a big old storm going on now.
provider. Cool. Guess what? You're still not their father. You're still not. You can do those things if you're allowed. That's why I say know your authority. Know your role that you're playing by finding out what all the child needs. But it still doesn't make you the father. So have a pure heart when raising a child. Just your heart on it, brother. I want you to think about this. You paid for her a wedding. So she's going to order the food that she wants at this wedding. And now you're looking at it saying, hey, I'm allergic to this food. It's not your wedding. You can go anywhere, anytime to get the foods that you like. I'm sure it's something there that you can eat. Or you should have told them a special dish that you did want them to have. It would have been better that way. So he's doing all this stuff up front and expecting them to know exactly what he wants and how to, I guess, repay him or fulfill his desires through this wedding. And he's getting upset when it don't go his way. Before you know it, man, I can understand that the mother or father was like, I don't even want to. That's all a beautiful thing, but please know that it doesn't make them your parents. Me growing up without a mother, I had so many women.
Chad, that was hard though. I like the way he came back and apologized on the low. I like the way he came back and apologized without apologizing. Because he knew he was wrong. He was acting out of selfishness. That won't right. That was not right, Chad. You really love that girl. You bought her, you got her the wedding and stuff. You don't need to be. She want her real dad to walk her down the aisle and let that be. But like I said, being a stepfather and a stepmother is hard. I know it is. I was a stepfather once, and it's hard. But if it works for whatever works for you, chat, it works for you. Pausecast podcast over and out. See y'all tomorrow. Shit, maybe later on tonight. Up all